What's up everybody, welcome back. Friday 13th. Interesting day. And I've decided to dedicate this day to the one and only tank in the game that's been very hardly trolled, nerfed, debuffed. So this tank currently in the game is the joke of armory warfare. I'm not joking, guys. To those of you that doesn't know about Cattb and that play with this tank in the beginning, because I have a few matches, 116 matches. This tank in the beginning, especially on this map, for instance, on Anvil, one tank was down by 2 shells. The tank was reloading in somehow 18 seconds, 60 seconds, stuff like this. Let's go ahead and see a video of mine that I've done it when the tank it was in his prime. Enjoy. And the tank itself is basically quite good, gotta say. If you play well and if you manage to get in each shot while you're using heat ammo and not AP ammo, heat ammo is much better. You can manage to do 2000 damage plus per each shot. When it comes to sustaining damage, it says like he gets per minute an average of 5,926 and reloads in 17 seconds, 0.78, because I have equipment such as improved gun breach rate of fire and AP, which can penetrate my middle plate, something like Leopard, something like Poland. The tank is not so fast, it's fairly maneuverable, like a mobility, 55 kilometers an hour. It has 2 shells in one clip, which reloads in 17.78. With equipment, you can try to hit other tanks, and it does really good damage. The Cattb used to be an awesome tank. Still it is, but just at 50%. And if it's not 50, then it's gonna be 70%. The tank, it's heavily, been debuffed. So all of us that played with this tank in the beginning used to be an awesome tank and used to be quite very good at doing damage. But since it got nerfed, everything changed. The tank was reloading in somehow 18 seconds, 60 seconds, stuff like this. But the moment you reload, the tank was doing freaking great. Strong armor, it had other abilities. Now it has 0 in, which it doesn't help the tank itself. It does not help the tank. It makes the tank unplayable, this ability. This tank used to have hydraulic suspension. The penetration was better. The reloading was better. Currently the tank, it's a joke, a freaking joke. And I'm very disappointed because if we put this tank with other tanks in other tank games, I will put Cattb with T-34 Premium Tier 8 from World of Tanks. This tank is on the same level as that tank. It's the same tank as the Cattb, basically nerfed. As you may see, I have 13 seconds, 0.19, 2 shells. Pay attention to the reload time. If I shoot right now, the reloading time, it's not gonna be continuous, it's gonna be resetted. When you freaking reset a damn reloading, it's actually as you want to die, basically. So in order to play with this game nowadays, first and foremost, as you may see, the tank is lowered. You have to point first the gun downwards, press X, and now the tank, it is basically as it was in the past when you were playing with him. Now the tank, it's, as it was in the past, but not as when it comes to the gun. So 2 shots and you kill a tank. But when it comes to the maneuverability that the tank had in the past, it's nearly close. The reloading time, it's not there. And this tank was one of the most played tanks when it got released in the battle path, and it was on my list and I really wanted to get this tank. Sadly, after a while it got nerfed. Just at the beginning that I was enjoying playing with this tank. The moment you shoot one shot, the aiming circle it gets huge as the screen. See, this is huge. If I zoom in, you know, like zoom 24 or 12. But if you wait an eternity, you can kill a tank. Or you can freaking ram it, who knows. But the tank needs a buff. It has the longest reload among all MBTs. The longest reload among all of MBTs. Not even the Object 105, Strixwagen, Object 640, Object 490. No, man. There are not so many tanks with such a big reloading time. There are not many. And that's freaking disappointing, you know? Because this tank used to be really great, and it got nerfed when I don't know what happened, but I wasn't playing this game, you know, for quite a while, for let's say a few months, and then I end up with a tank in the garage. Like, what the heck is this? So I expect from this tank to get a buff.